Is evolution a religion? Yes, and I'll tell you why.
Please, Eric, enlighten us to your propaganda.
Number one, its followers believe that it can violate the first and second laws of thermodynamics.
The first and second laws of thermodynamics?
The first law of thermodynamics states that the change of internal energy of a closed thermodynamic system is equal to the sum of the amount of energy given or lost from that system. Basically, energy can change form, but it cannot be created or destroyed. What Eric is referring to in relation to the first law is spontaneous generation. Spontaneous generation is a very old, obsolete theory on the origin of life that states life spontaneously generates from a source, most commonly a dead body. If spontaneous generation was true, it may well violate the first law. However, spontaneous generation was disproven by scientist Louis Pasteur, sorry if I pronounced that wrong, in the 19th century. Abiogenesis is the current theory on life. We are living in the 21st century, Eric. Please try to keep up. Oh, and I know what the children are saying. What does the origin of life have to do with evolution? I know.
The staple creationists lie about evolution violating the second law, that being a closed system moving towards increased entropy, or as creationists like to word it, disorder, over time. The Earth is of course not a closed system. We receive energy from an outside source, i.e. the sun. The Earth also has a flow of matter, both being received and lost daily in the form of meteorites hitting the Earth, and the fact that some of our atmospheric gases are lost to space. Not to mention the man-made satellites and other technological detritus we have sent into space. These facts show that the Earth is about as much a closed system as a colander. This is in stark contrast to the typical closed system of a creationist mind. In this way, the second law of thermodynamics can be used, in creationist terms of course, to explain the high levels of disorder observed within.
They give godlike properties to time, space, and matter.
That is right. Evolution bestows godlike properties to space, time, and matter. So tell me, Eric, which of these answers prayers? Does time judge our sex lives? Does space command us to deprive others of rights and respect? Did matter die for our sins?
Time, space and matter have existed long before and after we at least have been able to comprehend them. Any godlike relation is just simple science, not a belief. Time affects us because we grow and develop over time. We exist on matter in space. Just because something has what you can refer to as godlike properties doesn't conclude to the fact that space, time and matter are a religion. And again, yes children, just let it pass.
And give them the ability to create the universe and life itself.
As for the creation of the universe, well, time, space and matter all assumed what are to us their recognizable forms at the beginning of this universe. If it is indeed possible to go to a point prior to the inception of our universe, matter, space and time may not have existed at all. And if any of them did, time for example, it is possible that it possessed a different form to that we now know. The fact is that it is yet unknown what brought the universe into existence. Also, by giving time, space and matter the ability to create life, science has used laws such as those in thermodynamics. It is notable how quickly you can do 180 and go from holding natural laws up as proof positive evolution couldn't have happened, to dismissing those said same laws in application to abiogenesis.
Number two, it calls for faith in scores of things that have never been observed.
Eric, unlike religion, science and the theory of evolution was put through the scientific method via testing, evidence, but first observation. We observe things, then draw conclusions from that evidence. Unlike creation, which comes to conclusions, then observes things and thinks, how can this support our belief?
Things like life coming from non-life, matter creating itself, and animals producing different kinds of animals.
We observe animals producing different types of animals almost on a daily basis. My dog is a staff cross, her mother was a Staffordshire Terrier, and she produced a different kind of animal in a sense. More than that, a simple Google search will show you all the observations we need.